Ezekiel 37. The Spirit's role in the valley of dry bones. The hand of the Lord was on me, and he brought me out by the Spirit of the Lord and set me in the middle of a valley. It was full of bones. Ezekiel 37:1. Ezekiel's vision of the valley of dry bones is one of the most dramatic and profound passages in the Bible. But beyond its imagery lies a deep theological question. How does the Spirit of the Lord act with such independence yet in perfect harmony with the Lord? Could this vision reveal the Spirit's distinct role within the Trinity? Let's explore Ezekiel 37:1-14 and its implications for understanding God's nature. 1. The context of Ezekiel 37. Ezekiel 37 comes in the midst of God's promises to restore Israel after their exile. The prophet's vision. Ezekiel is led by the Spirit into a valley filled with dry bones, symbolizing Israel's desolation. The restoration. God promises to breathe new life into the bones, representing his plan to restore his people. The Spirit's role. The Spirit of the Lord actively leads Ezekiel, empowering him to proclaim God's message. Challenge. How can skeptics deny the Spirit's divinity when he acts with such authority and independence? 2. The Spirit acts independently. Ezekiel 37 highlights the Spirit's distinct role in God's work of restoration. Leading the prophet. The Spirit takes Ezekiel into the valley, showing his active role in revelation. Empowering proclamation. Ezekiel speaks God's word under the Spirit's guidance, bringing life to the bones. Breathing life. The Spirit's breath represents divine power to renew and restore. Challenge. If the Spirit is merely a force, how can he lead, speak, and give life with such intentionality? 3. The Trinity in Ezekiel 37. The interplay between the Lord, the Spirit, and Ezekiel reflects the relational dynamic of the Trinity. The Father, Lord, the ultimate source of the vision and the one who commands restoration. The Spirit, the active agent who brings Ezekiel to the valley and empowers the restoration. The Son. While not explicitly mentioned, the New Testament identifies Jesus as the resurrection and life, fulfilling this prophecy. John chapter 11:25. Challenge. How do skeptics reconcile the Spirit's distinct yet unified role with the Lord in Ezekiel 37? 4. Fulfillment in Jesus and the New Testament. The New Testament builds on Ezekiel 37's themes, connecting the Spirit's work to Jesus. John 3:5-8. Jesus speaks of being born of the Spirit, echoing the breath of life in Ezekiel 37. Acts 2:1-4. The Spirit empowers the early church, bringing new life and fulfilling God's promises. Romans 8:11. Paul writes, "If the Spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead is living in you, he will also give life to your mortal bodies." Challenge. How can skeptics explain the Spirit's consistent role in bringing life unless he is fully divine? 5. The Spirit's divinity in the Old Testament. Ezekiel 37 is part of a broader pattern where the Spirit demonstrates divine attributes. Genesis 1:2. The Spirit hovers over the waters during creation. Psalm 104:30. The Spirit renews the earth, displaying divine power. Isaiah 63:10. The Spirit is grieved by rebellion, reflecting personal and relational qualities. Challenge. If the Spirit is not God, how can he perform actions and exhibit attributes reserved for divinity? 6. Why this matters understanding. Ezekiel 37 deepens our appreciation for God's nature and his work in restoration. God's power to restore. The vision emphasizes God's ability to bring life from death, the Trinity's unity. The passage highlights the cooperative roles of the Father and Spirit in carrying out God's plan, a call to faith. Recognizing the Spirit's role invites believers to trust in God's promises of renewal. Challenge: if skeptics deny the Trinity, how do they explain the Spirit's divine role in Ezekiel 37 and other Old Testament passages? Call to action. What do you think about Ezekiel 37, 1-14? Does this passage reveal the Spirit's distinct role within the Godhead? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking Bible studies.